Hello, welcome back to the digital classroom. Today we're going to explore how an object's position relative to the horizon line or the middle point of the page affects what we see of the object. That's what perspective's all about, is figuring out a way that we can have multiple objects work together, work in harmony, and make sense to our viewer. So, I hope you enjoyed the demo. I hope you are doing your best. I hope that you know that even if you're doing your best, sometimes doing your best can look like some really bad drawings, and that's kind of the beauty of it, okay? So I don't, if things aren't going well, that's great. That means you're learning. That's what getting better looks like. So enjoy the demo, and don't forget to post your work to the classroom stream, and don't forget to comment on a classmate's work in the classroom stream. So as always, enjoy the demo and take it easy. All right, hey guys, today is all about setting and context. So what I've drawn on my page is a line, and in this case it is my horizon line. The horizon line describes to your viewer which part of your page is sky and which is ground. If you were laying on the ground and looking up at the sky, of course the horizon line wouldn't be visible, and vice versa. If you were in a plane looking down, the horizon line would all be ground. There'd be no sky. So the horizon line is relative to the viewer, and sometimes drawings don't have horizon lines. So just to get that out of the way. And what we're going to do today is we're going to draw a series of boxes, and we are going to evaluate how their position relative to the horizon line informs what we see of the box. So let's switch over to the fine tip. If I start, let's set some vanishing points. Vanishing point, that's a hash. I've kind of overdrawn it so it shows up on the video, so I hope this is a hash mark. It's functionally the same. It's just I want you guys to be able to see this on the video. These are my two vanishing points. So if I start with an edge, and the edge is right it's right on top of the horizon line. It's also another relative measurement is where it is on the page, because remember the page is your picture plane. It's the piece of glass you look through as you view the world. It moves with you. So notice that this is dead center. It's middle here and middle here. All right, so soft perspective. Did I just knock over the camera? Here we go. Uh-oh. All right. That one goes on forever, theoretically. Ghosted a few times, kind of, you want to try it before you buy it, right? Ghost, and then I like where that line's going. That goes off forever. And then we're going to ghost and draw. Knock over another thing. Oh no, don't betray me, marker. That one goes on forever, and this one goes on forever. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, let's say like the measurement. I'm actually taking this measurement off the horizon line. This distance, we're going to try and do an equal distance over here just to kind of prove a point. Right here. Because this is centrally located, you're roughly seeing just as much of this side of the cube as you would this side. Now remember, okay, if you've done this for a while, if you're working in a professional capacity, which even I'm not right now. Well, I guess I'm a professional teacher, but I'm not working in the capacity of a professional artist right now. This could be good enough if you're good enough, but we're learners, okay? And believe you me, when I do my drawing early in the morning, I do it too. So make sure that you draw all 6 planes to the best of your ability, because, it is true, it's better to be lucky than good, but I'd rather you guys be good. So let's pick this up, and what you'll notice is these rays, ooh, that one's not the best, are kind of roughly, so I'm almost picking up this ray and then attaching it to this point. Almost. And we'll kind of cheat in the back corner. You know what? Let's hold off on the thickest tip and let's just kind of do one of these numbers. Alright, so when the box is on the horizon, okay, thick tip. When the box is on the horizon line, you see neither the top nor the bottom plane, which can be a little bit confusing to your viewers. So if I notice, if I have a lot of, when I do drawings and there's a lot of forms on the horizon line, I make sure there's a light source to help explain it. So we got our two front planes, we got one back plane, two back plane, top plane, bottom plane. All right, let's drop in an edge up high in the sky, right there. And next we will connect our, oop, that would have missed, so that's where we ghost lessons. All right, and now this plane is going to be a tough one to break off. It's a mistake that I see a lot of people in the earlier part of their art career make. So if you make this mistake, congratulations, because you can only make this mistake if you're trying to get it right. People who aren't trying don't make this mistake. So it's a good sign. But we're going to pick this line up and then we're going to drop it in. All right, we're going to make sure that this line and this line are parallel, and then we need this third line to be parallel, okay? And it's really easy to like second guess yourself and put in a line like that, and it's okay if that happens, okay? But keep the lines parallel. Like this line almost feels too long. Like I fought the urge to like pull it over to like about here. You're cool, you're fine, don't worry. All right, off of this point, we are going to go towards the vanishing point. And then off of this point, we're going to go towards that vanishing point. This vanishing point's way off in the distance, so if you want, just kind of pick up this line and then swing it down. If this line is pointing to 7 o'clock, or this line would be pointing to like 9 o'clock, maybe you move, my clocks are messed up. 12, 6, 3, 9. All right, so if this is pointing to 10 o'clock, you might want to swing it down to 9 o'clock. You see how 10 o'clock, and then you swing it down to 9 o'clock. I hope these clock-based analogies are helpful. If they're confusing, I'm so sorry. Let me know and I'll stop. There we go. So, again, these three lines would converge on the vanishing point, in theory. They look almost parallel, and that's because they're so far away from the vanishing point. Now we see 1, 2, 3 planes, and that's fantastic, but we're learning, so we're going to take this guy. This guy connects to the vanishing point. The angle of the line I'm about to draw is actually like, if you just split the difference between these two, so I'm kind of trying to get a line that like is working in harmony. Look at that. With all three, woohoo! And then we've got this line over here, and it's going to split the difference of these 1, 2, 3. And then if I did it right, this would have worked, but it didn't, so I got cheated in. So now we have a ton of visual information. Let's help our viewers out by prioritizing some of it. Front corner, bottom edge 1, bottom edge 2, back plane, end of plane, top, top, back edge. There we go. Look at that. A box in the sky. So the takeaway here is we see the bottom plane, and more often than not, you're going to see more of this plane, the one that is, I don't know how to describe this one. This plane is the one that you would see more of, though. When I figure out how to describe that one, or if someone has an apt description of it, post it in the classroom comments. I'd love to hear it. Okay, let's go below the horizon line and more towards my right side of the page. We have our first edge. First two rays marching off it back into the distance. And then, okay, the long shot. This is the difficult one. Oh boy. It's going to be tough. And it's like, it's easy. So what I'm struggling with is there's so many other lines. It's like I'll be drawing and then the horizon lines, they're like, hey, Mr. Seidel, just draw along me. And I say, thanks, but no thanks, horizon line. I can't quite. Okay, that feels good. Right there. Okay, a slight miss. Look at that. But if you set a target, you know if you missed. If you didn't have a target, you don't know if you missed. All right, so those two lines. And then let's pick that vertical back up and drop it in. Pick that vertical up and drop it in. And remember, you can go as far back and forth as you want. And then we're going to, right here, pick that up and go back into the distance. And then we're going to pick this up. And I'm actually going to split the difference of the angle of this line and the angle of my horizon line. Because it's so far away that I know myself well. I'm not that good. There we go. And then finally, from this corner and this corner, we're going to figure out where the bottom plane is. The one that, so right now, this is like, it's like a painted house. But we want these to look like they're rendered in glass. You can see through them, okay? So we're going to put in another, woohoo! That one is really nice. See how this ray, this ray, this ray, and this ray, they all work together. Okay, when you can get things working together, that's all it is, man, like, or woman. Drawing is just figuring out ways to get visual elements to work together. So I'm trying to figure out a line that's going to work together with all these guys that hits here. Actually, it's going to like that. We'll draw a little extra. Okay, and then look, this is so close to right, we can just drop that in. And we have our box beneath the horizon line on the right side of the page. There's a lot going on here. Let's make it easy for our drawers, our viewers. All right, woohoo! So those are my three examples. When you guys do your assignment, you're going to do these three, and you're also going to do a box on the above the horizon line on the right and below the horizon line on the left. So thanks for tuning in. Looks like I'm running out of time. I've been trying to stick to 15 minutes. Not that art isn't important. So good luck. Keep at it. A side note, if you're struggling with this and it's like it's really not working and you're beginning to feel frustration, frustration is not helpful, and it's healthy to feel that way. So you're free to knock it back to like 1 point perspective boxes if you're getting frustrated. Like, far be it for me to say what you should know at this point in your life. Like if 1 point is your comfort level, and you've tried 2 point and it's just we're not there yet, do 1 point perspective boxes around the horizon line, and 2 point will be there when you're ready. You got a big long life ahead of you. You have plenty of time to learn art. I'd hate for you to stress yourself out trying to rush it. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy some of that. Go outside, get some natural light in your eyes. How about it? So take it easy.